Hey everybody, welcome back to Ghost Glider. I'm Matt, and I didn't think I was going to be doing this video. The last time I did one of these was my first ever Matt Reacts slash reviews, and I reviewed Five Nights at Freddy's movie, right? I'm getting ready to start my Black Ops 6 grind off stream, don't worry. But I am going to be rating both the Winnie the Pooh horror movies because I just finished watching the second one. I watched the first one a few weeks ago, but I feel like I need to rate these. And on top of that, I actually still have more planned in the making. So anyways, let's dive in. So the first movie, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, it was something else, okay? I did not enjoy this one. The only thing that I enjoyed about that one was the gore. Like, the story made no sense and was no way related to Winnie the Pooh or Christopher Robin's. Like, it started off pretty normal. I'm not going to go into spoilers or anything, but it started off with Christopher Robin's, and there was like a 10-minute scene. And then it just went crazy. Like, there was like 2 more scenes with Christopher Robin's, but that was it. Like, it was kind of a weird kind of story, and it was very hard to follow, and just kind of stupid altogether. But like, the only good thing about it was the gore. I mean, the only characters that showed up were Pooh and Piglet, but like that was it. And like, even the kills were kind of stupid. Like, there was one in water, and it was it was just very stupid. And there was one scene, which this movie is not for kids. Neither of these movies are for kids because it shows women topless. There's one scene, which is the only scene with a woman topless, where a woman is running from Pooh, and he rips her clothes off for no reason at all. And I think it's super stupid on why they did that, you know? But all in all, I give this movie, the first Blood and Honey movie, a 2 out of 10. The only reason why it has those 2 points was because of the gore. The second one, however, I enjoyed the second one a lot. Like, there were some moments that I'm like, really? Like, there was somebody had a shotgun to the face, survived. They survived, which is, oof. Sorry if you hear cats hissing and growling and I had to put the laser on if they were fighting. But there's one scene that I mainly just went, are you kidding me? And I actually like spoke out, and I was like, really? And it took place like pretty early on in the movie, where somebody was shotgunned in the face, which he survived. Wow, like that happens, of course, but at the range he shouldn't have. And second off, he was rushed to the hospital, and in the hospital, one of the nurses said, I don't know what happened, we just need to get him to the ER. Like, it's their job to understand that he was, like, those are bullet wounds. Or shotgun wounds, you know? It's their job to understand that, even if it is a small town, which I don't even think that was a small town. I think that was, I'm pretty sure in the beginning it said there was 14,000 people in their town. Okay, but still, it's their job to understand that, like, to identify if it was a shotgun wound, you know, because they have to, like, surgically fix that. I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure they have to learn the difference between a shotgun wound and a burn mark. But all in all, like, the beginning of the movie was, it was gruesome. Like, that opening, like, massacre was, it reminded me of playing Batman Arkham, when you do like a finishing move and you like snap someone's wrist or something. That's all I'm telling you. that beginning scene was gruesome. And then like continue on with the movie, like the storyline is way much better, and it follows Christopher Robin's in this movie. So, and it takes place after the first movie, and it's just very like weird, and you find out that more about like Pooh and Piglets and Owl and Tigger are in this movie too. You find out that more of their backstory and why they're mutated beasts, and you also learn that even before Christopher Robin's knew Pooh and them, Christopher Robin's knew Pooh and them. It's very cool. And the gore is gruesome. Towards the end, it was a little meh, but it was still gruesome nonetheless. And for Tigger, they CGI'd his tail, and it was so noticeable. It was so funny. But it was such a great movie. It was great. There were some characters that I was rooting that they would survive, and some of those characters actually did survive, which I was so happy for. The ending was probably my least favorite part. I did not like the ending. Well, kind of. There's kind of like an end credit scene. So when the credits, like the ending right before that credits start rolling, and then it goes through like 20 seconds of credits, and then there's like an end credit scene of to be continued. And I liked the end credit scene. That was cool cliffhanger. But what they did with like the alive characters, I did not like. I think it was too bland and like basic movie. You know, compared like I really enjoyed the first ending, the first movie's ending. That was one of the few things that I liked about the first movie was its ending. Unlike this one, how I liked everything else except for the ending. But yeah, all in all, I give that a great 7.5 out of 10. That was an amazing movie. And on top of that, they are doing so much more. They are doing like a whole Poohverse. Pooh. They're doing horror. I gotta search what they're doing. But it is a movie. Before I like figure out what is in this universe, it is a movie made by British people, which is kind of unique, you know. Alright, here we go. 6 films will be part of the Poohverse, aka Winnie the Pooh Horror Universe, or the Twisted Child Universe, TCU. Okay, so you have the characters in it are Pooh, Tigger, Rabbit, Owl, Piglet, Pinocchio, Sleeping Beauty, Bambi, the Mad Hatter, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell join forces to wreak bloody havoc. The cats are running through too. They're gonna have like a great Avengers Endgame movie, and at the moment it's called the Pooniverse. Monsters Assemble. That is so great. I love that. It's Poonie. The Pooniverse, also known as the Twisted Child Universe, is a low-budgeted horror movie crossover that brings together various beloved children's characters turned into murderous versions. You have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, Bambi the Reckoning, that's coming out next year, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, coming out next year, Pinocchio Unstrung, coming out next year, and okay, most of these are probably not coming out next year, they're planned for next year, and then Pooniverse, Monsters Assemble, coming out. It says it's coming out next year, but there's no description. The others have a description. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. This is a description for that one, for the first movie, the one I gave 2 out of 10. And after Christopher Robin abandons them for college, Pooh and Piglet embark on a bloody rampage as they search for a new source of food. No. Yes. Kind of. Not really. Winnie the Pooh 2, not wanting to live in the shadows any longer, Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger take their fights to the town of Ashdown, leaving a bloody trail of death and mayhem in their wake. Actually, that is a very good description, and good job. Very good description. Bambi. Alright. After a mother and son get in a car wreck, they soon become hunted by Bambi, a mutated, grief-stricken deer on a deadly rampage seeking revenge for the death of his mother. Honestly, I'm pretty sure SNL did a version of this with The Rock. Go check it out. Check out SNL, The Rock, Bambi. It is hilarious. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, Wending Darling strikes out in an attempt to rescue her brother Michael from the clutches of the evil Peter Pan. Along the way, she meets Tinkerbell, who will be seen taking. Oh, I can't say that. It's a drug, believing that it's pixie dust. That's actually funny. I can't wait to see that. I'm excited for that. That's great. Pinocchio, a dark reimagining of Pinocchio, this unsettling tale explores the eerie nature of the iconic puppet, blurring lines between reality and fantasy. Okay, I'm excited for this universe. I'm more excited for this than the next Avengers movie. I'm kidding. I'm so very excited for the next Avengers movie. But I've never been more excited for a low-budget horror movie series than this. I've never in my life been excited for a low-budget horror movie series. Like, I remember when I first heard of The First Blood and Honey, and my sister and I were excited to see it. Number 2 was 7 out of 10. It was 7.5 out of 10. It was great. It was an amazing movie. There's a few things that were meh, but I mean, it's low budget. What do you expect? I felt like Pooh and Owl were the main characters, though. Pooniverse. Also, there's one thing about the second movie that I didn't like. There's one scene that I felt like wasn't needed, and they're at a club, right? It's an underground club, and like there's people doing drugs and drinking and like partying, like teenagers do. But I just felt like it was unneeded. I felt like it was just there to waste time. Like they needed to like spend a little bit more time on. They didn't have enough time in the movie, so they just added this to the movie, which I felt like it was not worth it. I didn't think that it was very necessary to have that. And this was the scene where there were topless women, or at least you could see their things. And I felt like it was just put in there, but it didn't need to be put in there. I don't know. I'm excited to see the Pooniverse in its full glory. Let me know how you thought about this. Like, subscribe, comment, share, put post notifications on. At least 10 likes at most infinite. Again, if you saw this movie, let me know how you thought about this in the comments. Both movies are on Peacock. Again, not for the faint of hearts. There are some gory kills in there, and of course there are inappropriateness. There's not like inappropriate actions happening. It's just there are body parts shown that are not for little kids. Really, a lot of the movie is not for little kids, but hey, there are kids watching Borat. Literally, amazing movie, by the way. I've seen both of them. But again, it was a great movie. At least 10 likes at most infinite, but all that liking does is it puts my video on other people's For You page. Share it with your friends, or share my content with your friends, if not this video as a whole, so I can get to that 300 subscriber goal. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year. Can't do that without you guys. Also, go to my Discord server. Link is in the description for Q&A. My 200 subscriber Q&A. You can ask my questions there, or if you don't have Discord, write your questions in comments of my videos and just say, hey, for the Q&A, and then ask your question, and I will put it in the Q&A section. I've done that before for my last Q&A. And yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.